Good evening and welcome to to this evening's meeting regarding Eagle Creek Utilities. My name is Mary McCarran and I'm with Ohio EPA's Public Interest Center. I will be hosting tonight's meeting. With me on the panel from the City of Findlay are Mayor Christina Mern and City Engineer Jeremy Kalb. From Ohio EPA, our panelists include Deputy Director of Business and Regulatory Affairs, Mark Johnson, Chief of our Northwest District Office, Shannon Neighbors, and from Ohio EPA's Division of Environmental and Financial Assistance, Chief Jerry Rausch. I'd like to note that we are recording this meeting. Before I turn things over to Mayor Mern, I have a couple of tips about the technical end of today's meeting. Members of the panel have the option of turning their video camera on during the meeting. If you prefer not to use your camera, that's fine as well. If you experience any lag on your internet due to your camera, please turn off your video feed when you are not speaking. For audience members, if your internet connection cannot support the video feed, you should get a pop-up warning in the WebEx application with the option to turn off the video feeds. Doing so will help prevent any lag you have during the meeting. Participants should see a control panel on your computer screen. During the event, the sound may fade in and out due to your internet connection. If you experience any problems with the sound during the meeting, either wait a moment or two to see if it's restored, or using the audio connection icon on the control panel, close or disconnect from the audio portion of the presentation, and then reconnect to restore the audio. Please use the chat feature to report or receive any technical assistance. At the end of the meeting, there will be a time for questions. Please use the chat feature to submit any any questions you have in writing, which then I will read to the panelists and the audience. These questions can be submitted at any time during the presentation, but they will only be addressed and read following the presentations. If there are any technical issues arise for you during the meeting, please let me know, and I'll be on throughout the event to address them. Thank you. I'll now turn this over to Mayor Mern.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this meeting between the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency and the City of Findlay. Our goal for tonight is to go over some information regarding the Eagle Creek Utility Company. Anyone who is affected by this change should have already received a notification from the City of Findlay. There's about 96 property owners that are impacted. As you're aware, hopefully, from this, the City of Findlay and the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency have been working together to identify a solution for the Eagle Creek Utility Company service members. So this evening, we're going to go over some high-level information, and then the city will be working with the EPA to determine appropriate next steps based off of the feedback we receive from both the public as well as City Council moving forward. So appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit more about this project and allowing us to answer any questions you may have. And at this time, then I will hand it over to Shannon for the presentation.
All right, great. Thank you, Mayor. And thanks for
Shannon, you may want to turn off your video feed. There is a bit of a lag that I'm seeing. Sorry about that.
Okay. That's okay. We'll find out.
Yes, it's better.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So I do want to start by just kind of giving some high-level current status of the Eagle Creek utility and the sewerage services and the condition of the sewerage system and treatment system that is serving the homes right now. So currently, the sewage from the homes served by Eagle Creek Utility Company flows into a collection system, and the sewage flows through that collection system to a station where it is pumped to 2 treatment ponds before being discharged to Eagle Creek. And in this picture, you will see, sorry, hold on, Mary. Okay. In this picture here, pump station, 2 ponds. The ponds are intended for treatment of the sewage, There are no alarms to indicate pump failure at this pump station, and also no backup power supply. And since late 2020, Ohio EPA learned that the sewage pumps were broken down and needed repair. These problems caused the collection system to back up and odors near the manholes and sewers. Mary? So this picture here, what you're seeing is a picture of the discharge from those treatment lagoons into Eagle Creek. Ohio EPA conducted an inspection of the treatment ponds last fall and discovered very poorly treated sewage, which eventually discharged into Eagle Creek. This sewage treatment system does not have the required permits. It is not operated by a licensed professional as required by law, and it has severely deteriorated over the years and as such has seen significant failure. In the you'll see a photo of a broken and unmaintained discharge pipe. This picture shows the pipe poorly leaking, and it has untreated and poorly treated sewage leaking into a wooded area before reaching Eagle Creek. And so moving forward, we just want to touch on kind of the big picture of steps now that we went over the current condition of the system. And so moving forward, connection to Findlay is the preferred option for the sewerage service for this area. And Findlay is to receive a grant from Ohio EPA to cover the cost of the design of this new collection system to convey the sewage to the city of Findlay. The design is hopefully set to be completed within the next 2 to 3 months. And then after that, additional grant funds may be available to assist with construction costs. So thank you for your interest. And I'm Mary at this time. I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you again, Shannon, for the presentation. You can see now on the screen for our audience members who you can contact for more information from either the City of Findlay or Ohio EPA. And so now I'd like to open this up to any questions from the audience. This is how you will communicate those questions. If you have any questions, I just ask that you set your chat to all panelists so all of our panelists can see the questions as they come in. Type your question and make sure to hit send or enter. And I will read those questions aloud as we receive them so that our panel can answer them. At this time, I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, so I will wait about 5 minutes to see if any questions come in. All right, I looked at the attendance list and I see that we might not be getting any questions tonight, so perhaps 5 minutes was a little bit lengthy to have questions entered into the chat. So I did want to remind folks that are listening that we are recording this meeting. So we will be posting that to Ohio EPA's YouTube channel for anybody that may have missed the meeting or was unable to attend. I do want to just wait a few minutes before closing in case we get any late arrivals that are unexpected. So I will leave the meeting open and running until about 6:15. All right, it doesn't look like we're going to get any questions this evening. So I just wanted to thank everyone who participated in tonight's meeting. If you do have any questions after tonight, you can reach out to the contacts on your screen. Thank you for your interest in the project, and this concludes this evening's event. The recording will be available on our YouTube channel. Thank you.